Right, the routing protocol ISIS, we saw the comparison between a link state OSPF and link state ISIS. We learned a lot, and let us see a basic configuration of ISIS. You see, whenever you configure ISIS, router ISIS, it is optional. So I should have not used the word whenever. See, it's optional to give a process ID. You can hit enter without a process ID. But when you have more than one ISIS, you may need a process ID. And that process ID can be, you see, a number, can be a name.
Awesome.
Show IP protocol. No ISIS is running because we don't have net ID. If it is OSPF, by this time you should see OSPF running.
Right.
Okay, so this is the wonderful part which I like in ISIS very much. Let me remove this. Let me remove this. And now the only OSPF I got is router OSPF. Sorry, router ISIS 1. Sorry, I don't want to use ISIS 1. I want to use simply ISIS. So router ISIS. So null process ID. Now every router needs to be identified uniquely, and also you need to specify area ID to which this router belongs to. This will go in one line called NSAP address or net ID. Net, you see, they used to give in documents like 49 dot. Have you seen that? That's a private. Even without this, you can give, no problem. The 49 or whatever is not really needed. Net, I can say 0000 dot, and then 24 bits of system ID, which means 3 bytes, which will become 6 bytes. This is 2 byte of area ID. 1, 2 byte of area ID, followed by the system ID 6 byte. I'm going to say 0000 0000 For router 2, I'll put all the 0 and this 1 will be 2. I'll put 1 as 2. And then 00, always the last is called as N selector, which means the network protocol selector, which is IP. IP is 00. What does this IP means? It means, sorry, what does the 0 means? It means IP. IP version of ISIS. Now, if you see in our presentation, this 49 I did not give, not necessary. Area ID, I have put all zeros because I want area 0. This one, all 0. And then this is the system ID. I made all 0 and 1. The last N selector is 00. Yeah, you got it? Any question you have in this?
No.
For the second device, You just put 2 instead of that 1. Now if you check the protocol, show IP protocol, nothing because there is no interface member to run the ISIS protocol. Show CLNS protocol. CLNS is not enabled. Show CLNS interfaces. There is no interface. Now let us go and enable on the loopback interface. Please focus. So far I have what I have configured is I have just configured these 2 lines. These 2 lines. Now whatever the process ID you have given, you should apply that on the interface. If you don't have any process ID, don't give any process ID. Interface loopback 0. Please understand there is something different in command here with IP address 1.1.1.1. See, to enable this IS.
Question, the net ID change.
The net ID what?
It looked like it changed. It added 00 at the beginning. Where you should put the 49, it add a 00.
Oh yeah, just moving it. Okay, at least you should put 00. See, this version is like that. Not all version will be taking like this. It is okay. Now I'm going to change it as per what I want to see. Net 49 dot area okay, let's see now. Show run. Okay, this is what we want to see.
Right.
Now I go under the interface and say IP router ISIS. Enter. Boom. Nothing more. When you say this, what really happens? ISIS will run 2 instances now. One for L1 and another for L2. Let me show you that. Show ISIS interfaces. Show ISIS. Show ISIS IP. Show ISIS. Okay, if ISIS is not coming, show CLNS interfaces. You see now, I want to see the loopback interface. The only interface that is running ISIS is loopback. And every 10 seconds, sorry, this is not the one. This is not the other one. You see, ISIS is running with 2 levels, level 1 and level 2 circuit type. For level 1, this is the metric 10. I told you any link, it is loopback or gig ethernet or serial, the metric is going to be 10 regardless of bandwidth. Priority is default is 64. Circuit ID is this. It generates an ID with the host name. And you see the similar thing is also happening for L2. L1 adjacency for that and then for L2 adjacency. All right. We don't have IPv6, so don't need to worry about this. What I'm showing here is we have 2 instances of ISIS on that interface. Now going to the interface G, F, not G, F. F 0/0. IP address 10, 10, 10, 12, 1. IP router ISIS. Boom. Now you see, if you type show ISIS interface, it's not going to show you show ISIS interface. There is no command like that. So use this command show CLNS interfaces. Then you see that there is an interface called F00, which is also running two instances of ISIS. L1, L2, L1 and L2. All right, now let's move on to next route. Oh, sorry, I already have console here. What I need to do, I need to go under first router. Okay, let us first put the IP addresses. Okay, we got the interfaces with IP address. Now we are going to say router. Nice, nice. See, there I did not give any process ID. It doesn't mean that I should not give anywhere else. I can give here. I'll say ISIS active. I'm just giving us a process ID, nothing wrong. Net 49 area. That's it. See, this portion can be from 1 byte to 13 bytes. Totally, you need to have 20 bytes. You can have 20 bytes. Now you need to have, you can have from 8 to 13. Now you see 1, and again another 6, which is 7, 8, 9, 10 bytes now we are using instead of 20. You can go up to 20. Now there is nothing more to do here in this mode, so I go under range of interface. Router, that's the command. ISIS R2. That's all. And now you're going to see two adjacency. How many? With R1, how many adjacency it will form?
You said 2,
Yes.
but I am wondering why 2.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, yes.
L1 adjacency and L2 adjacency.
Right, right.
Let us verify. Show CLNS neighbor. Oh, okay. Show ISIS neighbor. Show IP protocol. Something is wrong. Show IP interface brief, or the interface up. I want to check. Interfaces are up. Let me try pinging the other side. The directly connected is pinging. But ISIS is not enabled. Show ISIS neighbor. Show ISIS. There's something wrong in this router. I put the same command here. It works. It's show CLNS interfaces. I get the output. What happened to router 2? Router 2, what are you? Router 2. Why is that show run section? This all looks good. The command that I gave, no, it really did not take. So let us, the range command didn't work well. I don't know why. It shows as if, oh, okay, I know the mistake I have done. IP router ISIS R2. Okay, it's not simply router ISIS. Under the interface, you should put IP. Now you see, you're going to see two neighbors. With L1, it will form two neighborship. I'm waiting. Verify. Show CLNS neighbor. Look at this. This is both L1 and L2. And now show ISIS neighbor. You see, two neighbors. L1 and L2. Now what is the circuit ID? DR. This is the designated route. If you go to router 1 and check the circuit ID, here also R201. In router 2 also R201. You understand? In router 1 it is not showing R101. The one with the higher priority becomes the designated router. Here, because the priority is 64 high on both sides, it is taking the router ID, the loopback address. Is it loopback address? No. It is taking the system ID. You remember the system ID was 00002?
Yes.
It compares that. Okay, now router 2 is ready. Let's go to configure router 3 now. I'm going to put this router 3 in area 1. All right? The reason why I'm doing that is, you will see only one adjacency with router 3. Please understand that by default, both L1 and L2 hollow packets are sent. And it will form two adjacency within the same area. But between areas, they won't form two adjacency. Why?
It's only form in L2.
Because the other one is going to be other area.
A different area.
Only L2 will operate there.
Right.
So if you see here on R3, interface loopback 0, the IP address is 3.3.3.3. interface F01, 00. Now let's do ISIS, router ISIS R3, net 49, 0001, area 1, 3, 00, interface range loopback 0, comma F00. Now what is the command, interface command?
IP
Very
router.
nice. IP, we should not leave IP. R3. Now, it will not form to adjacency, even though we did not say, hey, run only L2. We didn't say that. But it's going to only form L2. Because the hello packets, no, they don't receive the hello coming from same area. Sorry, they don't receive the hello L1 because they are a different area.
Right.
They ignore L1 hellos. As a result, show CLNS neighbor. You see only L2. You remember in L2, in router 2, you had both. In router 2, towards router 1, you have both type 1 and type 2.
Right.
But with router 3, it has got only L2. So now if you type show ISIS neighbor, with router 3, there is only one type. And who is the DR? R3 is the DR. Now go to R3 and check show ISIS neighbor. You see, only L2. This guy is the DR. Now, let us check the cost. Show IP route 1.1.1.1. The cost is 30. Why?
Because it's 10, 10, 10, so
Yeah.
it's free.
Loopback is also a 10. 2 physical, which gives 20, and 1 loopback, totally it is 30. Ping 1.1.1.1 with a source 3. You're able to ping. Now, I want to show you a magic. Because ISIS is full of magic surprises. You see, this is area 0, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is area 0. And this is area 1. There is no border router here in ISIS. Every router will be totally immersed into an area. There is no sharing router. There is no ABR. Now on R1 when you go, you will find route. When you see the route, what does it says? Why? Coming from other area, isn't it? But when I say show IP route 2.2.2.2, it says L1. This you know. Now, show IP route ISIS. Look at this. In the routing table, I see L2 for 3333. The small I means ISIS. L2 means other area route.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the
metric.
But I do not want to see L2 roots. I don't want to form L2 adjacency with R2. Why? Because I don't want to waste process. For me, L1 is enough. What should I do? Simple. Listen carefully. There are two ways in which you can say, I want only L1. One is globally, router ISIS, IS type, level 1. You understand? This is globally. For all interface, you are running only level 1. You got it?
Yes.
Now, as a result, the neighbor will go down and come up, show ISIS neighbor. You see the neighbor has gone down. It will come back. Wait. It will come with only one adjacency, which is L1. It takes some time actually. See, right now it is only L1. Now, if you see R1 routing table, you got a default route. You don't have route for 333, but you will be able to ping. Yeah. Now, will you have a default route on R3? No. Because it is L2. So, it's clear routes. Now, if you check the router once interface, show CLNS interface F00, you can see the circuit, it is running only for L1. Do you see L2 here anywhere? Earlier you used to see, no? You remember? Earlier,
Yep.
we used to see L1 separate, L2 separate. But now, it's only L1. Let us go and check IS router 2's F00. Here you see both hellos are going, isn't it? I don't want this. Because R1 is anyhow going to ignore L2 hello.
Yes.
I don't want unnecessary to waste the process. So you can do interface level.
That's the question I was going to ask.
Yeah, this was the question you were about to ask, right? Okay.
Right.
I don't want to run globally L1 only because I need L2 on F01 side. I don't want here any problem. So what I can do is, I can go under the interface and say, ISIS circuit type. See, the command is not the same as global. ISIS circuit type level on only. You understand? Now let us go and check the interface. You see, no more L2. But on F01, you have both. But what we don't want on F01 is L1, isn't it?
L1, right.
Go to that interface. Guess what command? ISIS circuit type level 2. Yeah. Now let us verify. You see, there's only level 2. Level 1 is gone.
Yes.
So by this way, you can reduce the CPU utilization, reduce unnecessary hellos getting flooded, reduce the bandwidth utilization. Is it understood very well? Now,
Yes.
let's go and verify the routing table once again. You got a default route and very simplified routing table now.
Yes.
Best protocol, according to me, the best IGP protocol on earth is ISS. Right. Now, I want you to do some homework with the knowledge that you got. What homework you know? So this is the topology.
Yes.
You need to build this fourth topology with same number of routers. You should ping from anywhere to anywhere, and this router should be only L2. These routers should be only L1. They should be only L1. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Configure this, and if you will face any trouble, let me know.